Oh, we'll go on the attack one more time, and how about this early on? Argentina your leading attacker for Washington State, 3 kills on 3 attacks.
And of course you have to see it coming from arguably her signature move, a scoop over the net.
Carly Basham now to the service line for Washington State. Of course, before becoming a setter, did spend some time as an outside hitter for Washington State. During the COVID years, spent a little bit of time at everything for Washington State as far as every position on the court. Vodulia will be set up for this attack. Utah scrambles after it. They'll set up for their freshman, but a good pass from Basham. Now back row attack from Kia Timmer, that'll find the line. Talked about her early on, and now she gets her second kill. That's an overpass from Utah. Now Radakovic from the middle, putting one away for Washington State. They now have their biggest lead of the opening set. It's up to a 5-point advantage at 12-7. Now it's Radakovic with the tip. Ramirez setting to the outside. Boom comes up to play it. Now it'll be Vodulia. She'll get the kill. Again filling in for Alana Sanovic for the time being. And with that, they'll pick up her second kill. And that'll give the Cougars a 13-10 lead as Logan Golden comes in to serve now.
It's been a pretty clean game so far. Looking at the hit percents, the Cougs with 417 and the Utes with 308. It's pretty solid all around.
Here's the set to the outside, and the tip over. Up to get it will be Young. Now Katie Ryan waiting. She'll go cross court for the kill. Katie Ryan had a really good start in the Stanford match. Again, Cougars just their second loss of the season and the longest winning streak since the 90s at 14 matches in a row. Finally came to a close last Sunday.
And Ryan was one of those bright spots in the tough loss against Stanford with 14 kills and a 391 hit percent.
Set to the outside and a block down from Maggie Halasheva and Katie Ryan, so the Cougars will get their second block of the night. So 19-13 again, that point goes to Utah, and they get the serve. Now Kia Timmer with the kill. Ramirez was going for it. First to get to it was Walden, and she just didn't quite handle the heat. And third time in this opening set, the Cougs have gone on a run of at least 3 points or more. They have had a couple of 5-point runs so far in this opening set. And you can make this now a 4-point run on a Carly Basham ace. Carly, another one of the servers in Washington State University that's collected a lot of aces, and that becomes a nice round number for her. If you count in the numbers from Texas A&M, her 100th career ace as a collegiate athlete. Next serve, played by Utah to the outside. Basham there to dig it out. Now the set comes for Asanovic, who goes up. Dug out in the back by Utah. That's going to be played by Washington State. Now Asanovic one more time. Ramirez gets to it, but it's out of bounds, and it'll be a Utah attacking there. And with that, the Cougs able to take the opening set.
It was Stanford's libero or setter. She had such a very tough downspin on her serve. Other than that,
here comes the set to the right, shoved across. Now it'll be a set for Maggie Halasha, and she'll put that one away. The Cougars with now a little mini run to go on top 4-2 here. Again, Washington State getting the Mountain Time Zone schools this weekend. Utah tonight, Colorado on Sunday. After the Utes play here, they'll be across the state to take on the Huskies over the weekend. Bailey waiting for that one to drop and attacks, but it's dug out by Washington State. Now Asanovic with the kill, and good to see him again, as you mentioned, just backing on the court, but now also collecting a number, and that's a kill, her second after having that run before she went to the bench early in the first set.
I think it will also be good for Jen to keep an eye on him on it during this match, because again, Utah is only 8-8, and if anything agitates it further, you wouldn't want to risk that. And getting some action from some of your depth players, such as Logan Golden and Veronica, would be a good thing.
A block from Maggie Halasheva to give the Cougars another point, and now a 4-point run in this set, as it's now a 6-2 lead for Washington State. Washington State took the opening set 25-15, leading here 6-4 in the second. That one played by Timmer, and then dumped across the net from Argentina, and it's now a point for the Cougs and a 7-4 Washington State lead. Now Asanovic up the line and collecting a kill for Washington State. So a good side out for the Cougs to preserve the lead as they get it back now at 8-7.
And you do love to see that coming from Iman, again, coming back from tweaking something earlier in the game, as she does lead the Cougs in kills for the season with 201 and climbing.
An ace for Washington State, their third of the match, as they're coming in from their center. Asanovic has been getting a lot of the work done as of late for the Cougars, and she'll pick up another kill, and it's now 10-9. Set to the middle, and Radakovic dropping the hammer. She'll get the kill and the point back for Washington State, trying to put it away, but Utah digs it out and will set up for Bailey. Blocked back by Yahalashva at the net, and then touched over and down by Katie Ryan. So the first lead for Utah, since they're up 2-1, it came at 13-12, with the Cougars come right back to answer with the point. We're now even at 13 aside. Serve will go to Julia Norval now. The set comes to the outside for Bailey. Now goes to Pia Timmer, who touches it across, and a nice heady move from Pia Timmer. Saw the block there, knew she wasn't going to get past that, so just a slight touch to get it up and over the block and down.
And that's just a smart play from Pia Timmer. Again, looking at this match, Pia seems to be playing a lot smarter than she was with Stanford, being a lot more selectful with her approach to getting that ball over the net.
So 14-13 Cougs now. Set to the middle. Basham there with the dig. And now Timmer with the kill as that did catch the fingertips of Moss going by. And it's now a 15-13 lead for Washington State. Going to work will be Asanovic. An overpass on the pass from Ramirez. A touch over by that time Maggie Halashman, just out of the reach of Vanessa Ramirez and down.
And this will keep Pia Timmer at the service line, which the Cougs like to see, as she leads the Cougs with 17 service aces on the season so far.
Has a chance before all is said and done to break the record of most aces in Cougar history. She needs 19 more to tie Penny to, so now you can make it 18 more with her second ace of the night. With that ace, she is now one shy of third place on the all-time list, which is held by Beth Welch. Now Asanovic picking up the kill. Again, had that one kill early in the first set, and then obviously went out for a bit, came back to wrap up the first set, but now 4 kills in this second set alone, and she's now up to a handful on the night. And it's 19-15. Serve back over to Washington State. Obi Basham serve. Set comes to the outside, blocked back by the Cougs. Radakovic, Valentino. Well, we do welcome you back here to Pullman, Washington, 20-15. How about that, young lady, Amanda Asanovic? Not sure if it was just a little tweak or what it was, but seems like she's doing just fine after spending a little time out in the opening set. And what a second set she's had so far for Washington State.
And I'm sure we'll hear a little bit about that from Coach Greeny after the match. But again, like you said, she has picked up 5 kills so far. Hitting 400 is pretty good to see after coming back from being out for a little bit.
Again, now 2 kills shy, 1,600 in her career. Carly Basham has seemed to have that little short serve working a couple of times. It has hit the top of the net and has just enough to get over, and that's going to be an ace.
I do have to give some credit to Utah in this match, Steve. I did not think that they would be able to keep it this close of a margin against the number 4 team in the nation. They've done a good job of keeping it fairly close, and hopefully they can try and force a potential 4th set.
A block down from Katie Ryan and Alana Radakovic as they go up for the 5th block of the night for Washington State. Utah has now killed away 3 of them, but they've got 3 more that they've got to try and dispose of. So set point number 4 again. A little bit of an errant pass, but they still get it to Timmer. Ramirez able to dig it out, and then Katie Ryan puts it away for Washington State. All right, Pia Timmer at the service line again. Overpass, and Magda puts it away. Magda Alhasha, her 6th kill of the night to go along with 4 blocks. Cougars now have 7 players with at least 4 kills on the stat sheet so far. And again, Timmer leading the way with her 8 from the opening 2 sets. 6-4 Washington State here in the 3rd. Basham will play the deflection. They'll get it for Radakovic, and she's going to add another to her total, so that'll be her 5th. And again, here comes the serve. Here comes the set to the right for Radakovic, and on the slide, she'll put it away for Washington State. Of course, we've got Magda, All-American at 1 middle, and then the one nice thing for Jen is that position, due to injury last year, was such a shallow position. It's deeper this season. She's used Radakovic, she's used Jasmine Martin. We've seen Shea Rubright a little bit in some action earlier this season, but I mean, she can go with who she thinks is ready to go on that night, and if they're not ready to go, she can make a substitution. And Radakovic, proving that she was up for the task of the start, just picked up her 6th kill not long ago, and now add along a 7th kill for her here.
And going back to talking about depth for the Cougs, Steve, is looking even at just the liberos, of course, with Carly Basham there, but then you essentially have another starting libero in Julia Norville right there to step into the rotation.
Nice ace that time for the Cougars. They were a little late getting to it on the read on the receiving side of things, so Arhe is going to pick up the ace. That'll be the 6th of the night for the Cougars to now give them a 10-6 lead and a 3-0 run here for the Cougars. Here comes the set, tipped across. Basham comes up to play it. Katie Ryan will go into setting role and set one nicely for Amana Sanovic, and she'll point Katie's way, say a nice assist. Cougars bringing, of course, one of their leaders, that one wearing the crimson uniform, Carly Basham for Washington State.
Carly Basham has definitely made history here tonight, as we mentioned, picking up her 1,000th career WSU dig.
Yeah, 1,000 digs in her career. There's another block from Washington State. Speaking of defense, that'll be their 7th of the night.
And I think a big part of seeing if the Cougs can move up would be whether or not they can beat Stanford at Stanford, or if Nebraska or Wisconsin ends up falling to a lower seeded team.
Well, Katie Ryan getting the kill. Yeah, when you're up at number 4, it's not easy to move up any further. You have to have the help of the other teams losing. And unfortunately, with Wisconsin and Nebraska with 0 losses next to their name heading into the week, it might take a step or 2 for them to fall to get past them. Really strong serve this time from Radakovic. And don't want to say it's night and day, but you can tell that it's a much better service game here for the Cougars than it was on Sunday against Stanford. It's the serve from Norville. Set coming to the outside, tipped across. They will have a dump over by Argentina. Arhe now has a half a dozen kills herself on the evening. And you know that she's making wise decisions when it's 6 kills in 7 attacks. And I think that's what it's going to be when they update the stats here. And that is actually 6 kills, on 6 attacks.
I'd say that's a pretty good hit percentage, Steve.
I don't think you can do better, except for maybe 7 out of 7. Nemo unable to clear the net on the serve is Utah, making it now 21-10. Beth Lanier going to ask if she's got another timeout left. She will, so we'll take the break. And then we'll come back in what is certainly looking like it's going to be a Cougar sweep tonight in Pullman. The set from Argentina for Rubright, block back, this time outside for Urich. And she's going to put it away for her first collegiate kill. And you can tell by the look on her face that is a very special moment for her. It's now match point for Washington State. All right, 24-12 here. And Carly Basham at the service line. That's going to be an ace. How about tonight for Carly Basham? Not only gets to 1,000 digs in her career, leads the team with 16, but that'll be her 3rd ace of the night. Boy, when it comes to picking a player of the game in this one, Evan, you could go with just about anybody in a Cougar uniform with so many different players. It is going to be Pia Timmer who's going to be our player of the game, as she had the 10 kills, the 2 aces, the 5 digs, and again, a really nice bounce back from last Sunday in Stanford. And again, with the 10 kills, leading the Cougar offense here tonight.